Monster Hunter World's weapon progression paths are much simpler than previous games, but there are some standout paths you may or may not notice. This guide series is going to focus on weapon upgrades to take you through low rank and high rank as painlessly as possible for each weapon type. Obviously, since we're talking about flying through the early game, we don't want to sit and farm monsters for days. You will need to farm a bit following these paths, but hopefully not too much. The majority of the parts also come from easier monsters, which should make progress fairly painless. You need to hoard everything you come across. If you see a mining node, hit it. Bone pile, take everything. The last thing you want to do is have to go randomly find some bones or minerals for an upgrade. Everything you gather will be useful, and you'll save time by gathering as much as you can along the way. Any questionable materials, I will be providing where to get them as we talk about the upgrades themselves. Bowguns are easy to use when you get into a hunt, but you'll have a lot of statistics thrown at you when you look at the weapon information. Different ammunition types, rates of fire, reloading speed, recoil, and a slew of information that is daunting to a novice. A brief overview of ammo. Normal shots are just standard single bullets that deal reasonable damage. Pierce shots will continually deal damage while going through monsters. These are best used on monsters that are long and narrow, where you can line up shots to maximize the number of hits you can get through the body. It doesn't work nearly as well broadside, and you won't be getting as many hits on weak points. Pierce will be one of the better options for heavy bowgun, as you have high loading options. Spread is basically a shotgun. You have to be extremely close to get maximum damage. It's actually quite strong and easy to use, but it does put you at higher risk than normal shots or pierce due to your close proximity to the monster. When you tie that with the reduced mobility of heavy bowguns, it's much riskier. Sticky shots are essentially bombs you can fire onto targets that blow up after a certain time frame. The actual damage output is fairly low considering the timer and reload speed is usually slow. They do deal concussive damage and can be utilized to knock out monsters as well as break troublesome parts. These are good to utilize on occasion. Slicing shot used to be the big boy, but it was nerfed pretty heavily. It's still a decent option on several bowguns and can be utilized effectively, however. Elemental shots aren't great on heavy bowgun because they cannot be rapid fired, and you're usually better off using pierce or normal shots. There are also status shots. These are all low damage but obviously inflict status. Paralysis and poison are great for general purpose hunting. A few guns will get sleep shot, which can be utilized to sleep bomb. Cluster is a heavy bowgun exclusive. It turns your gun into a mortar. It does a huge amount of damage, but it is difficult to land and locks you down. It can be used with some of the highest tier bowguns effectively, but it is unreliable. Bowguns also have mods you can take. There are reload speed increases, damage at close range, damage at long range, and deviation reduction. Heavy bowguns also uniquely get the ability to equip shields, which will automatically guard if you're standing still and not shooting. Your mileage with these will vary based on your playstyle and your ability to position and dodge attacks. Shields might be a great option for you. Heavy bowguns also have two types of special ammo, Wyvern Snipe and Wyvern Heart. Wyvern Snipe is a longer range shot that deals a ton of damage if you can get it along the entire length of a monster. The recharge rate on Wyvern Snipe is short, but you can miss your shot, which hurts a lot. Wyvern Heart turns your heavy bowgun into a minigun. You'll want to try out both and see what you prefer using in practice. Wyvern Heart is a lot easier to use and less punishing if you miss your shots. Make sure you harvest whatever you can get your hands on for ammunition later. Gunner is inherently more expensive than Blade Master because you're spending cash every hunt on ammunition. You can mitigate this by crafting your own ammunition from harvesting nuts, plants, and bugs. Now that that's out of the way, the short answer is, well, there isn't really a short answer there, big shooter. A lot of this is going to come down to your preferences. Stick with the ore path until you can build Toby Kadachi's weapon if you like slicing and pierce. Then pick up Legiana's Shattercyst for pierce and Diablos' weapon for normal shots. Then you can pick up the Teostra and Zora Magdaros' endgame weapons if you like to roll the dice with cluster rounds. The ore path and bone path start out roughly equivalent. Bone has more damage, but ore has lower deviation and better ammo loading. This is really your preference. I prefer the lower deviation of the ore path. Both will be able to fire normal 1, 2, 3, and slicing, which will be your main source of damage in this early stage of the game. Ore tree is Wyvern Heart, and Bone tree is Wyvern Snipe. Pick whichever you prefer and upgrade it to the next tier. Upgrade your original Iron Assault 1 into an Iron Assault 2 by using 2 iron ore. Or, make a Bone Shooter 1 and upgrade it to a Bone Shooter 2 by using 3 Monster Bone S total. Use these to take on the Great Jagras. If you're using the ore path, you'll see that the Jagras has an upgrade. This is a trap, just like with the light bowgun. The damage is higher, yes, but you lose loading a lot of ammunition types for cluster too. The unreliable nature of cluster makes it a hard sell except in extremely specific circumstances. Stick with your Iron Assault 2 or Bone Shooter 2 to take out the Kulu Yaku and the Puki Puki. After Puki Puki, you'll be able to upgrade the Bone Path again. Upgrade your Bone Shooter 2 into a Bone Shooter 3 by using 2 Monster Bone M and 1 Ancient Bone. Now you'll be forced into an expedition in Wildspire Wastes. Mine for Earth Crystals here. Upgrade your Iron Assault 2 into an Iron Assault 3 by using 2 Earth Crystals, 2 Maclite Ore, and 5 Iron Ore. Continue with your mandatory story hunt of Baroth, followed by Jyuratodus. Jyuratodus has an upgrade you can take, but it's primarily a bridge to get you to Legiana's Shatter Cyst later. You can build it by making a new Iron Assault 1 and upgrading it to an Iron Assault 2 by using 3 Iron Ore total. Then upgrade it to an Aqua Assault 1 by using 3 Earth Crystal, 1 Jyuratodus Shell, 3 Jyuratodus Scale, and 1 Aqua Sac. The ammo loads aren't great, and you lose out on some ammo types, so build it, but probably don't use it. Follow up by hunting Tobi-Kadachi as part of the story. Tobi-Kadachi is a decent upgrade you can take. It's primarily a pierce and slicing gun, just like the Iron Assault. You're trading Wyvern Heart on Iron Assault for Wyvern Snipe on Tobi's. It's your preference. Build it by making a new Bone Shooter 1 and upgrading it to a Bone Shooter 2 by using 3 Monster Bone S total. Then upgrade it to a Pulsar Shooter 1 by using 1 Tobi-Kadachi Claw, 3 Tobi-Kadachi Scale, and 2 Tobi-Kadachi Pelt. Tobi's gun has 10% affinity and similar loading options to the Iron Assault path, with some variations to capacity and recoil. It is one of the most reasonable options for getting through the game. Next up is Anjanath. Anjanath also has a good upgrade you can take. It has insanely high raw damage but negative affinity and high deviation. It's a good candidate for shooting normal 3, as well as being a very strong shotgun with spread 1, 2, and 3 available with high damage, as well as cluster bomb 1 and 2 for luck-based damage. This will be one of the best options through low and high rank, but again, it will depend on your preferences. The Iron Assault is still a strong candidate. Build Anjanath's gun by building a new Iron Assault and upgrading it into an Iron Assault 2 by using 3 Iron Ore. Then upgrade it to a Jagras Assault 1 by using 1 Great Jagras Claw, 1 Great Jagras Hide, 3 Great Jagras Scales, and 1 Sharp Claw. Then upgrade that into a Blazing Assault 1 by using 2 Anjanath Fang, 3 Anjanath Scale, and 1 Flame Sack. After defeating Zora Magdaros, don't worry, it's a set piece and you can't really lose, you'll gain access to the Coral Highlands. In the Coral Highlands, you're forced into an expedition to explore. You can mine here for Dragonite Ore and Coral Crystal. Upgrade your Iron Assault 3 into a Steel Assault 1 by using 2 Dragonite Ore, 5 Maclite Ore, and 2 Monster Bone M. Upgrade your Pulsar Shooter 1 into a Pulsar Shooter 2 by using 2 Tobi-Kadachi Electrode, 3 Tobi-Kadachi Claw, 2 Electro Sac, and 3 Coral Crystal. Continue progressing by hunting Paolumu, but you can deviate and take out a Zetsuyaku to upgrade your Aqua Assault 1 into a Luminous Assault 1 by using 2 Zetsuyaku Claw, 1 Zetsuyaku Photophore, and 3 Zetsuyaku Scale. This again is mostly a bridge into Legiana's Shatter Cyst. Afterwards, finish off Radoban and the Rotten Vale, then return to the Coral Highlands to take out Legiana. After Legiana, you'll hopefully get Monster Bone Plus as well as Legiana materials. Upgrade your Steel Assault 1 into a Steel Assault 2 by using 2 Monster Bone Plus, 5 Dragonite Ore, 2 Coral Crystal, and 10 Maclite Ore. If you've been using Tobi's gun, you can upgrade the Pulsar Shooter 2 into a Pulsar Shooter 3 by using 2 Monster Bone Plus, 2 Tobi-Kadachi Electrode, 2 Tobi-Kadachi Membrane, and 2 Warped Bones. Finally, you can upgrade your Luminous Assault 1 into a Shatter Cyst by using 3 Legiana Claw, 4 Legiana Scale, and 2 Frost Sac. Shatter Cyst is primarily a Pierce gun. It has high loading for Pierce ammo and lower recoil than the Pulsar Shooter and Steel Assault. It's more of a one-trick pony than either of those, but it does its job extremely well and will be one of the best heavy bowguns for Pierce. Afterwards, you'll descend further into the Rotten Vale and have to fight Odogaron. Finish up your mandatory hunts of Rathalos and Diablos in whatever order you choose. If you're using the Blazing Assault 1, upgrade it after taking out Rathalos and gaining Marrow. Upgrade your Blazing Assault 1 into a Blazing Assault 2 by using 1 Rathalos Marrow, 4 Anjanath Fang, 1 Anjanath Nosebone, and 1 Anjanath Tail. After Diablos, you can build its gun. It has really high damage but negative affinity and high deviation. It has low loading, so it's something you'll have to decide for yourself if you can put up with. It will be one of the strongest per hit heavy bowguns in the game, however. After beating the Zora Magdaros set piece and killing deceptively strong Pookie Pookie, you'll gain access to high rank quests. Congratulations, the baby gloves are coming off. Our immediate goal in high rank is a weapon upgrade to compensate for the increased health of monsters. Thankfully, guns don't need to worry about sharpness, but in high rank we will gain a 3rd mod slot, which will be extremely beneficial. Your ammo loadouts won't be changing from low to high rank, so it's just about the damage. You have a few options once you hit high rank, depending on which guns you prefer. You can immediately mine for Carbolite Ore and Dragon Vein Crystal. Use them to upgrade your Steel Assault 2 into a Steel Assault 3 by using 8 Carbolite Ore, 5 Dragonite Ore, and 2 Dragon Vein Crystals. You can hunt Tobi-Kadachi to upgrade your Pulsar Shooter 3 into a Kadachi Lion 1 by using 3 Tobi-Kadachi Claw Plus, 4 Tobi-Kadachi Scale Plus, 3 Tobi-Kadachi Pelt Plus, and 3 Dragon Vein Crystal. You can also hunt Anjanath to upgrade your Blazing Assault 2 into a Flamin' Kanoni by using 4 Anjanath Fang Plus, 5 Anjanath Scale Plus, 3 Inferno Sac, and 1 Anjanath Plate. Then you can hunt Legiana to upgrade your Shatter Cyst into a Shatter Cyst Plus by using 3 Legiana Claw Plus, 5 Legiana Scale Plus, 3 Legiana Wing, and 2 Freezer Sack. Finally, if you really like the Diablos gun, you can upgrade it all the way to its second to last tier here by hunting Diablos and Black Diablos. It's not my favorite gun, but it's extremely strong and will be a reasonable candidate. If you hunt Diablos, you can actually upgrade your Kodachi Lion a second time to a Kodachi Lion 2 by using 2 Majestic Horn, 2 Topi Kodachi Electrode Plus, 4 Topi Kodachi Claw Plus, 3 Thunder Sack. All of these will have to tide you over until after you've beat Pink Rathian and reach the Elder's Recess. In the Elder's Recess, you can mine for Fusium Ore. Upgrade your Steel Assault 3 into a Chrome Assault 1 by using 8 Fusium Ore, 5 Carbide Ore, 10 Dragonite Ore, and 3 Dragon Vein Crystal. Your next mandatory hunt is going to be Nergigante. Any of these weapons will be viable choices. Use what you like, but I stuck with the Chrome Assault 1. After your hunt, if you got 2 Nergigante Talon, you can upgrade to the final tier of the Kodachi Lion. Upgrade to a Kodachi Lion 3 by using 2 Nergigante Talon, 4 Topi Kodachi Electrode Plus, 6 Topi Kodachi Claw Plus, and 1 Wyvern Gem. If you got 2 Elder Dragon Blood, you can upgrade to the final tier of the Ore Tree by using 2 Elder Dragon Blood, 13 Fusium Ore, 20 Carbide Ore, and 1 Fire Cell Stone. Surprisingly for once, Nergigante's heavy bowgun isn't an obvious pickup. Its focus is spread shots, which is inherently more risky than Pierce. Congratulations, you now have a weapon that's completely capable of getting you through the rest of the game. Any of these will be sufficient for taking out the remaining Elder Dragons. For final targets, after beating Kushala Daura, you'll be able to upgrade your Shatter Cyst Plus into a Legia Shatter Cyst by using 2 Daura Claw Plus, 5 Legiana Claw Plus, 3 Legiana Hide Plus, and 1 Legiana Gem. After taking out Xeno'jiiva, you can upgrade the Diablos path to the last tier, the Griffin Blazuka, by using 2 Xeno'jiiva Tail, 3 Black Spiral Horn Plus, 6 Black Diablos Carapace, and 2 Dragonbone Relics. You can also pick up Zora Magdaros' Magna Gemidas 2 and Teostra's Flames if you want to do the Cluster Bomb memes and troll your teammates. The gems will make all of these difficult. Pick your favorite and use that, then pick up the remaining guns at your leisure, as they're all extremely similar. Thanks for watching. If you thought this video was helpful, please consider subscribing to the channel. Guides for the rest of the weapons are on the way.